Over the course of the next few minutes, Efren and I will be breaking down cinematic gold, better known as Edgar Wright's Hot Fuzz. Without further ado, I'll have Efren start our first clip.
Many methods often used on montages can be spotted in the opening scene. The first montage is used to focus on exposition of the main character and to set off the rest of the movie. Exposition is needed for Sergeant Angel as the main character and as a character for viewers to get attached to. The montage begins with a smooth transition following the movements of Sergeant Angel walking through a hallway, followed up by different shots of his training in the academy. Sergeant Angel is always in the center of each shot. He is also the only character to consistently remain on focus, drawing viewers' attention towards him and his actions. The color blue is almost always present during each shot in clothes or in static or interactive objects. The color blue symbolizes the police force and its influence towards the main character. Also, the main character's sense of justice, mainly illustrated by the background when he receives the Baton of Honor, an award given to the most outstanding student during initial training. The color black is also used to symbolize his intensity, mostly when he is shown improving his skills on advanced driving, advanced cycling, and his time on active duty as an SO-19 Armed Response Unit. The blue and black of his 9 commendations show the combination of both of these attributes influencing the character. The second montage, although simple, is used as an effective way to show the main character traveling from London to Sanford. Unlike other traveling montages, this uses music to reveal the character's feelings about his relocation, with a sad yet calm theme. The camera angle also interacts with the character and his sense of time to illustrate how long it took for him to reach his destination. Lighting is also used to show the passing of time as well as the character's emotion towards his relocation to Sanford. In London, scenes are bright to show Sergeant Angel's feeling towards his hometown. Meanwhile, as he enters the taxi that takes him to Sanford, scenes start to look dark. Not only to illustrate the daytime, but also to show his irritation towards his relocation. In the starting and ending scene, this is clear to viewers as he stands in the same position but at different places with different lighting.
In this clip, I'll be discussing how director Edgar Wright uses his editing to better establish visual humor in Hot Fuzz.
It's not the dog we need.
In this scene, we start with a close-up shot of the farmer. Immediately following, Wright uses a deadpan to show the visual confusion of the officers to better build humor. Shortly after that, we get an example of slow-paced editing to hold on to the shot to make it seem like the conversation is that much more natural. To add to the setting, however, we can also hear the rural sounds such as the sheep and the birds in the background to better emphasize the remoteness of the location.
Right. What did he say?
Said edge is edge, huh? He only chopped him down because he couldn't see the view no more. What's he on about?
What did he say?
He said an edge is an edge. He only chopped it down because it spoilt his view. What's Reaper moaning about?
Right. Look, I appreciate your position, Mr. Webley, but you can't go around chopping down other people's hedges without permission.
I suppose.
Yes, I suppose. Thank you.
Now, in the previous scene, Wright starts with a close-up, into a medium shot, and then finally a wide shot. Going straight into a close-up right away takes away the sense of reason, building to the comedic effect that Hot Fuzz already has. This, coupled with the indifference of the farmer versus the seriousness of the officers, continuously builds visual humor.
All right. Mr. Webley, I trust you have a license for that firearm.
I does for this one. Does for this one.
He does for this one.
What do you mean by this one?
Now here, the audience gets another great example of visual humor in the subtlety of the officer realizing that the farmer actually has more than one firearm. Coupled with the gradual zoom and buildup of the music, we have tension and comedic value within the scene. Here we get to see visual humor delivered through clever editing as well as sound design to the officer's surprise of the sheer arsenal the farmer had hidden. Through the several lights being turned on, we can see that he has an entire warehouse of weapons, not just a single shotgun he was supposed to have the license for.
Just a load of junk.
Wright once again uses editing and film technique to really sell the scene. The use of high-key lighting with the otherwise suspenseful music gives contrast to the humorous tilt zoom to show the realization of what's just happened to our characters, to deliver both tension and humor at the same time. Wrapping up this clip, Wright uses an extreme wide shot into a tracking shot to fool the audience into thinking the officers were in immediate danger, only to see them embarrassed and defeated in the end. This is further supported by the officer on the right trying the gotcha trick on the left to try to throw that last pinch of visual humor in before the clip ends.
Hot Fuzz takes inspiration from many action movies, but takes only the most important elements to create great action and gunfight scenes. First, when Sergeant Angel comes back to Stanford, the climax of the story approaches. To increase the intensity of the movie, Sergeant Angel appears armed with several weapons while riding a horse. This results in the elderly enemies to focus on him, giving viewers an idea of the location of every character in the scene. Although chaos is imminent, as in any gunfight or any movie, shots used before the gunfight help viewers locate every character to follow the fight without feeling lost. Sergeant Angel's movements are easy to follow as he is only shooting at two directions and receiving fire from only those two directions. Yet Sergeant Angel also interacts with children next to him, giving viewers the idea of a circle with Sergeant Angel in the middle of everything. A similar situation can be seen later on, but instead of a circle, it can be seen as a straight line, where Sergeant Angel and Danny are shooting at a couple of hostile elders from one direction, but also receiving fire from that exact same direction. Another major element used in the gunfight is the use of close-up shots in specific locations to highlight the important movements in the sequence, such as Sergeant Angel shooting off the tires of a truck, causing barrels to fall down and kill the hostile elderly man, and when a flower pot is shot at the chain to fall under a hostile elderly lady. Another key element of gunfights is lighting. Throughout the fight scenes in the movie, lighting makes all of its characters easy to follow. Regardless of daytime, viewers can easily see and locate the characters as the camera moves from angle to angle, immersing viewers and focusing on characters and their actions.
In this clip, I'll be analyzing the subtle sound design choices Edgar Wright makes to better sell each scene. These subtle details are consistent throughout the whole movie, however this clip does an excellent job showcasing them.
Excuse me.
Here, Wright makes sure that even the smaller details are heard, from the crinkling of the bags to the squeak of the thief's sneakers. No detail goes unnoticed. We also get the ticking to show the thief is not only thinking about how to get away, but that he is also losing time to do so. The chase music then begins.
Super cop. Meet the cop that can't be stopped.
Now as the chase begins, the scene cuts to our other officer, and Wright has purposely left out anything other than dialogue to show his ignorance of his partner's chase. As soon as they run by, however, the music then picks up again and we can hear both the officer and the thief struggling for breath the longer the chase goes on. To emphasize their speed, each time they pass a bystander or a camera, we can hear the zooming effect take place as if they're moving much faster than they are. Now from this point, I'm going to let the clip run as the music plays a crucial role in selling the chase.
Tosser! Trouble in the high street. Sergeant Angel's having a spot above him.
Roger that.
Morning, Sergeant. You mothers.
Come on. Through the gardens.
What's the matter, Danny? You never taken a short?
With the better half of the chase scene over, we move into the shortcut part of the clip. Here, we get to see contrast between the two officers by the sounds made when they move. Our first officer gets superhero-esque noises during each hurdle, whereas the second gets clumsy and more flat effects as he moves over each hurdle. When Officer 1 finally catches up to the thief, we get a deep, intimidating drone to show the fear in the thief when he is found once more.
Woke up before?
Now, as we wrap up the end of our clip, Wright made sure that we missed not one audio cue whatsoever. From the rustling of the spray can after our officer commandeered it from the bystander to the almost cartoony sound effect of the throw, no detail was left unheard. Wright made sure to even turn down the audio gain to make sure the audience could hear the distance at which the thief was pegged, and even ends it with the clicking of the handcuffs to signify the ending of the scene. Thank you for watching our presentation. We hope you've learned a thing or two about Edgar Wright's directing, and we hope you see Hot Fuzz soon.